Hi there, well there's the lineup, and as you can see, this is Floodgate again. Yeah, I do tend to post the same thing over and over. There aren't that many maps that get played, and I'm basically just trying to pick whatever match I think came out looking the best. I can't really say a lot of good things about the matches from the last week or two. There's been a lot of unbalanced matches, and frankly I haven't been playing too well either. But like I said, I just try to pick the best one out of the bunch, whatever I capture. Oh, it'd be nice if I could play more too, but yeah, I am limited again. I'm just working way too much overtime. Notice I missed that jump right there. I left the orb carrier behind. The orb carrier is headed... Oh, the orb carrier is headed toward... He's kind of stuck there between Prime and Flood. Looks like he's going for Flood. This is a bad start, because normally what you'd want to do on this map is run the orb directly to the Prime. The orb is headed to the run the orb directly to center. The orb is headed to center on foot. I'm worried he's going to get shot down right here, but there's nobody on guard, so we might get center out of this maybe. And there goes the red orb. He'll probably cap. We'll probably lose our Prime. Yeah, there goes our orb. He's getting ready to get marooned. Our Prime's about to get capped. You can see the red orb loot. No, red lost their Prime. Okay, red lost their orb. Okay, well that's good. We have a chance to take down the center. All right. And what do we have here? We've got a setup for a tow, so we're going to make another play for the center here. No sign of the red orb. 35 seconds on the Flood. Flood's, of course, you know, very, very important node as usual, and got shot out of the air, as often happens. I try to avoid getting flung way up in the air on that tow, but it's a little hard to avoid once in a while. There's usually somebody around who's good at shooting you out of the air when that happens. We're pushed back to our Prime. We got 8 seconds on the Flood. We might get 20 points off of that. And yeah, we did get our 20 points, so we're going to make another play for the center here if we can shoot it down. First we have to take out that shade there. Alright. So yeah, red's controlling most of the map, but it looks like we are making an effort to take it back here. And we have gotten 20 points off of them so far. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time over here. As usual with the Flood, I'm not interested really in trying to hold it for 60 seconds. I mainly just want to make sure that the other team doesn't get 20 points off of it. And once having done that, I want to spend more time on the rest of the map. Right now we're losing our Prime while we're screwing around over here by the Flood. Yeah, the Prime is definitely going red. We do hold the Flood, but that's not really going to help us if they start hitting our core. It's I guess this is a finer point of the game, you know. It's you know, what part of the map to concentrate on. It's something it's something people catch a lot of flack for, because they'll do things like run the orb over here to Flood when there's no counter on the Flood, or run the orb over to the center when the Flood only has 10 seconds on it in the other color, you know. It's a matter of judgment, you know, what to do, but it's important to go the right way, you know. It's like you don't want to take the orb to the Flood if the Flood is white, or if there's no counter on the Flood, because that means that the only way the Flood can become significant is if you hold it for 60 seconds, and you don't really want to, unless your team is really, really overpowering the other team. There's no way you don't really want to take the orb and hold it at the Flood for 60 seconds. The orb is too important to be doing that. I mean, if your team is overpowered enough so that you can hold the entire map without the orb, then yeah, you can do that. But if you're in that situation, then you're probably gonna win anyway. Oh, I don't think I'm being significant here. I'm just trying to shoot down that node before they take our Prime. Our Prime has fire on it too. But yeah, this is something I criticize. This is something I complain about with others, because I see them doing it all the time. There's a few players that will run the orb to the Flood, and just try to hold the flood. Screw the rest of the map, and you almost invariably you lose your prime. And, oh, here comes the red orb. I don't even know where he is. I see a spotter. Okay, well I got Kook out. They're probably gonna cap him. No, I guess they're. Nope, there he is. Dropped down from above as usual. Didn't even see him. That was tarnation sauce. All right. Once again, you know, as always, you gotta watch that little map up there in the corner because that's what's going on. I don't really need to be heading over to the flood, but that's where I'm going. Because I don't have the orb, so I figure I can do something with the flood while the orb does something more important, like take the enemy prime. But no, the flood's going to the. Okay, the flood's going for the. I guess the orb is going for the flood now. He might as well go for the flood now. Red capped the center while we were screwing around over there. Our orb is on the ground. Had some fire on our prime, but we took the center down again. So we're not quite in a bind here. Our orb capped the center. The nuke is up. Red is building the node, but there's no timer on it yet. And I think it's more important to grab the nuke. There's a red guy there grabbing the nuke. Looks like he got it. I'm gonna see if I can take him down before he has a chance to fire that. But I'm picking up some flak and got shot down by Fun Times. So that nuke is probably getting deployed right now. Meanwhile, Red now has 55 seconds on that flood. We've got the center back. The center is down. That might have been the nuke going off there. No telling. There's 44 seconds on the flood, so it's going to start getting short here shortly. Our orb is headed toward the center, so yeah, this is a good place for me. I'm going to try and shoot down that flood while he's busy there. I got to stay out of this guy who's playing defense on the flood. I'll probably get the link out and try to shoot it, but I'll probably get shot down right about here. No, maybe not. Picked up some more link there. Hopefully I can shoot that thing down before I die. Yeah, okay, just shot it down. Okay, and we capped the center. There is a red nemesis at the center. So we're gonna be hard put to it to hold what we just took. I'm gonna try and provide a tow here. Initially head for the enemy prime, but the center went down, so let me go and try to take the center down since there's 50 seconds on the flood, which is plenty of time for us to take the center and come back for that. And that was a bad move. Almost drove myself over the cliff, but managed to salvage myself by driving through the window, but lost the orb carrier. Salvaged the situation by shooting down the center. There's still one red defender in the area. However, while doing all of this, the flood is down to 15 seconds, and it's red. Red will probably get their 20 points unless we move quickly here. There is fire on the flood, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Yes, they're going to get their 20 seconds. They're going to get their 20 points. Okay, the nuke is up. Let me grab that. We've just lost 20 points. Let me try to get the nuke to the prime because there's 50 seconds on that red flood. Red is showing some signs of monopolizing the flood. Let me go in here and take down the prime so that we can concentrate on the flood. If the orb will move and take the flood is now down to 30 seconds. Red just took their prime back. Our orb is still immobile. Let me go over and grab the orb since no one else is doing it. This is the kind of thing that's going to kill us, I think. Let me go grab the orb. We're now down to 20 seconds. You see how fast this moves. Someone has grabbed the orb. The orb is down. There's someone providing defense on it. Let me grab the orb. Red is going to get another 20 points. There's no way we can get there in time because I've got people shooting at me. Yep, we're going to lose another 20 points there. We just did. Or did we? Yes, we did. Alright. Yeah, if I'd moved a little faster, I could have taken the center and then turned around and taken the flood too, but I wasn't quite fast enough to accomplish that.
That's one more for the girl.
And no one else did it, so we lost another 20 points there. I'm not being critical. All right. Well, Red still has the flood. We're taking their prime down. We're doing a good job at taking notes here, but we're not holding what we take, and we're not paying enough attention to the map to make sure we don't lose points off the flood. Alright, red has their prime back. And their orb is on the ground and has just been recovered, I think, or maybe it's down. Our orb is on its way to take the enemy prime, I hope. The nuke is back up. And let me grab that. We've got a nuke. Let me grab a ride. Let me see if I can get over and take down the enemy prime with it. I was thinking about nuking the flood with it to clear out any defenders so we get our 20 points, but I'm going to take down the node anywhere. I think I killed myself with that nuke. Red is building their node again. Let me go back. Well, I was going to go for the orb, but someone picked it up. And the orb is moving. Probably headed toward the enemy prime, which is what they should be doing because there's no counter on the flood. Since they're going for the prime, I will go for the flood and provide some coverage on it, try to get it down before it becomes a factor. Our orb got denied. There is fire on the enemy prime and fire on the flood. A good 58 seconds on the flood. There's a nice kill on Geronimo. I'm gonna get a couple of kills like that on him this time. Had my reflexes going. Alright, looks like the orb is bypassing the flood because it just got shot down, which is a good thing to do. Another nice kill with the flat cannon. Orb is headed for the enemy prime, which is what he should be doing. I'm providing cover on the flood, which is probably... We've got the enemy prime down. We have not... Okay, we've got the enemy prime down. We might actually be able to put some damage on the core. Maybe. Let me grab a vehicle and head in that general direction. I'll check to see if the nuke is up, which it probably is not. It is not. And once again, I'm gonna head for the flood because the prime just went down. I've just spotted this guy and put a little damage on him. He's running. I'm not going to chase him. I'm going to shoot the flood instead, which still does not have a timer on it, but that's okay because the orb is headed for the enemy prime, which is what he should be doing while I'm doing this. The center is under fire. Not a good thing. That's Geronimo. He's going to put up a shield around himself. I'm going to calculate that I can get him with one shot, and I do. And I'm going to try and finish off the node here. The nuke is up. I should probably get that nuke, but I want to shoot down this node before I go there, because I may die. Okay, the node is down, and now I would like to go after the nuke if it's still there for me. If I can get to it. No, the nuke has been retrieved. Hopefully by someone on our team. We're going in to cap the enemy prime, and we have it. And I'm in a vehicle, so I have an opportunity to go after the enemy core. Missed my jump for the balcony. Let me try to get up here before I die. Let me knock down the orb carrier, and let me get in and get a few points on the core. And I'll probably get nailed immediately, but did get a few points on the core, and now we've got a substantial lead. Alright, our orb is headed for the enemy prime, which is where he should be. We have 42 seconds on the flood, but that's still kind of long. And this is not a great sniper shot. The guy's standing completely still. I'd be amazed if I could get him like that. And he was looking the other way.
Red core is secured.
It looks like red will recapture that flood unless we put some support on it. But you know, it's like I said, I'm not really worried about that. I just don't want them to have it. Okay, they've got the flood shot down. We've got fire on the flood and the enemy prime. I'm hoping that no, our orb got knocked down. We've got the Nightshade here trying to take down the center. I should be able to get him. That's Geronimo again. And now we've got a red on foot trying to take it, and the red orb's probably coming in. He'll probably cap. Okay, caught a flat cannon. That's what I did. Red will now probably take the center. And they've got a timer on the flood. The red orb just came in and took the center. And we just shot down the flood, so I'm going to try to run this to the center. It's a long way on foot, but you can do it if you take advantage of whatever cover you can get, which there ain't much. Okay, I don't think I'm going to make. Oh, there's a nemesis back there, and I'm going to make a bad miscalculation and get shot down by a Viper there. So that's bad. That's not good. I just stranded our orb over by the center. The nuke is up. I'm gonna make a play to, this is how you get from the prime to the nuke in one jump, but not fast enough. Someone else has already grabbed it. I'm gonna chase this nemesis down because he's trying to take our flood down, and then immediately go back to the center to try to take it down before red can mount any kind of an assault on our prime. I really should be towing the orb with this vehicle, but I'll do what I can anyway. Missed that guy on foot. Got him again. We've got the center down. Try and get the shade down. That's Geronimo again in the shade. We might get another flood here. Did we? Yes, we did. We've now got a very substantial lead. It looks like we should win this. We've got the map dominated, and here comes the red orb. He'll probably manage this. I'll probably catch a note. Got Geronimo with the orb and got self-destructed by the other Viper. So red will now take the center. We've got 30 seconds on the flood. We could win this with one flood, and that is going to occur to me right about now. I probably should have grabbed the orb there, but no. That's the end of our dream of ending it with a flood. I probably should be ignoring the flood right now because our prime is under fire, but we got the center back down. Again, I probably shouldn't be taking this vehicle without towing the orb. I'm looking for the orb to try to provide a tow, but I don't know where. Okay, there he is. Let me get up in here and try to provide some support because there's obviously someone back here. Got one guy on foot, but there's a couple more, and I'll catch an arrow before I can do my suicide. So red will take the center again, and they've got the flood. Here comes Luxor. He likes to hang around the enemy core and provide lots of spam to keep the spawners happy. The nuke is up, and
3 minutes remain.
Our flood has just gotten shot down. Don't yet know who got the nuke. I'm going to try to support the shade while he gets that flood shot down, which hopefully he will. We've got the flood shot down. We've got the center shot down. 2.5 minutes to overtime. Substantial lead. It looks like we should win this. Red has the center back. That's not good. That means I can't go straight to the enemy prime. Our orb is on the ground and has just timed out. I'm going to grab some armor. Head this way. I believe our prime's about to get shot down. Yes, it's just gone down. Let me go back and there's a jump here you can make, but I'm gonna totally fail to make it here, so that's a waste of time. Well, instead of turning around going the other way, I'll just continue going this way and take the long way up here and try to get up into the area to provide some defense on the prime. There's a Viper up there. Missed the Viper before he started his suicide, so my arrow was no good. Got another guy on foot, gonna try to slow him down. There's 34 seconds on a red flood, meaning they'll probably get that. There's the red orb on his way in. It looks like the center is down, so he can't cap our prime just yet. There goes that red orb. Totally failed to snipe him off of his board.
In position.
Run in after him. He'll probably just cap. I believe he did. And looking for the link, and it's not there. There's a nemesis up in there. Obviously, I'm going to try to get under cover and shoot down the flood, and shoot down the node. And totally failed this to do so. I'm probably the last one on. Yeah, there we go.
Attack the flood.
Red now has a solid hold on the center, and they just capped our prime. All right. And 48 seconds. Red is now monopolizing the board. Totally missed with the rockets on the Viper and destroy myself there, and we're taking all kinds of damage, and it's looking very bad here. Totally failed to recapture the Viper. 49 seconds to overtime. We can still win this. Try to save the taxi on the other Viper by taking out the nemesis that would have shot him down otherwise, but it's no good because our prime has just got shot down again. Try to provide some defense on the prime. And red just capped the flood again. We've got our prime back. 20 seconds to overtime. It's looking very bad. I mean, if we can grab a substantial amount of the map, we could still win this on a timeout. But we're not going to do that unless we can start controlling more nodes. The orb is holding the
5.
I hope the orb is holding the prime. I'm going to try to shoot down the flood so that we can at least go into overtime with a chance of timing them out. We've got the flood, but in the meantime, we're about to lose our prime. Our prime has just gone down. We're in overtime, and red is coming in to finish us off. As a last-ditch attempt, I'm going to try to provide some defense with the walker here, shoot down Chronos, and shoot down a couple of people on foot, some cunt, and one or two more. Meanwhile, there's already one or two reds inside the gazebo there, and they're going to finish this off right there. And that's the best match of the week, such as it is. Yep. Let me try again. Yeah, I know I'm late. I'll try to get one from this week in a day or two.
Everybody for 12Aug and 12 lost primes.